Phenomena at Boy Scout Lane. The legends surrounding Boy Scout Lane had always intrigued me. Tales of unexplained phenomena and ghostly apparitions had given this desolate road in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, a sinister reputation. One moonless night, driven by curiosity and a touch of apprehension, I decided to explore the mysteries that shrouded this place. The darkness was palpable as I ventured deeper into the woods. The moon provided no illumination, and the trees stood like silent sentinels, their twisted branches reaching out like gnarled fingers. The air grew heavy, and the rustling leaves seemed to murmur secrets that I couldn't comprehend. My flashlight became my only ally, casting a feeble beam of light into the inky blackness. Each step I took was accompanied by the eerie creaking of the wooden planks beneath my feet. The tales of those who had ventured onto Boy Scout Lane and never returned echoed in my mind, but I couldn't resist the urge to uncover the truth. As I continued down the ominous path, a sudden, mournful cry pierced the stillness of the night. My heart raced, and an icy shiver crawled down my spine. Panic threatened to overwhelm me as I sensed an unseen presence drawing nearer. My flashlight flickered, casting eerie, dancing shadows on the trees. The oppressive silence of the forest seemed to close in around me, and I felt like a trespasser in a realm not meant for the living. But I couldn't turn back now, not when I was so close to uncovering the secrets of Boy Scout Lane. From the depths of the darkness, a figure emerged, an ethereal presence that defied explanation. It was not the bride of legend, but something equally unsettling. This spectral entity, shrouded in a veil of darkness, stood before me, and I could feel an otherworldly chill in the air. Time seemed to stand still as the figure glided closer, its movements unnatural and ghostly. Fear gripped me, and my heart threatened to burst from my chest. I had heard the tales of those who had ventured here, but now I was face to face with the unexplainable. The presence drew nearer, and I could feel an icy breath against my skin. It was as if the very woods held its breath, waiting for my reaction. I stood there, paralyzed, unable to tear my eyes away from the eerie apparition. But then, with a suddenness that matched its arrival, the entity vanished into thin air, leaving me trembling in the cold darkness. The forest seemed to release its grip on me. And I staggered back, my heart still pounding in my chest. Retreating to my car, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had come perilously close to something beyond human understanding. The haunting memory of that night on Boy Scout Lane would stay with me, a testament to the chilling mysteries that lurk in the heart of the forest. As I drove away, my mind raced with questions. Could it have been the legendary Boy Scout the place was named after? Or were my eyes distorted by fear playing tricks on me? I couldn't be certain, but one thing was clear. I had ventured into the unknown, and the enigma of Boy Scout Lane remained as elusive as ever.
I had lived in the area surrounding Bloody Bride Bridge all my life, and at 21 years old, I'd never given the legends much thought. Tales of a vengeful spirit, a bride who met a gruesome end on her wedding day, and her lingering presence at the bridge had always seemed like nothing more than stories to spook outsiders. One moonless night, curiosity got the better of me. The legends seemed so ingrained in the local lore that I couldn't help but wonder if there was any truth to them. Armed with skepticism and a flashlight, I made my way to the bridge. As I stood before it, the ancient wooden planks creaking beneath my feet, a strange sense of unease washed over me. The air was thick with an eerie energy, and the oppressive silence was nothing like I'd ever experienced here. It was as if the bridge itself held its breath, waiting for something to happen. A mournful sob, faint yet bone-chilling, pierced the stillness of the night. My heart raced, and my flashlight trembled in my hand. Turning, I saw a figure in the distance, a spectral presence draped in a blood-stained wedding gown, her eyes mere hollows filled with sorrow. I squinted, trying to make out the details, but the figure was shrouded in darkness, and the moon offered no assistance. Fear gripped me, and I took a cautious step back. It couldn't be real, I thought. It must be a trick of the mind, a product of the legends that had haunted my childhood. The ghostly bride seemed to beckon me, her spectral hand raised in a gesture that was both haunting and inviting. I couldn't move. The stories of her tragic demise and her spectral presence seemed to blur the line between reality and superstition. But then, as if it were a mere mirage, the figure dissipated into the night, leaving me standing there, trembling and bewildered. Had I really seen the ghostly bride, or had my imagination played tricks on me in the inky darkness? I retreated from Bloody Bride Bridge that night, my mind clouded with doubt. I couldn't be certain of what I had witnessed. The haunting memory of that night left me pondering the enigma of the legends and the mysteries that shrouded this place. As I drove away, my skepticism wavered. Was it possible that the tales held some grain of truth? Or had the eerie darkness of the night conspired with my own fears to create a chilling illusion? I was left with more questions than answers, and the mysteries of Bloody Bride Bridge remained as enigmatic as ever, defying easy explanation.
I'm sure many won't believe me, but that's fine. Here is my story. Late-night fishing expeditions on the waters near Bloody Bride Bridge were a common occurrence. The 3 bridges in the area had gained popularity among fishermen, offering a serene and secluded spot to cast their lines and enjoy the tranquil beauty of the surroundings. However, these waters held more than just fish. They harbored tales of the bride who met her tragic end on her wedding day. I had always been drawn to the water, finding solace in the quietude of the night. The legends of the ghostly bride had never frightened me. Instead, they had piqued my curiosity. I believed there was more to these stories than mere superstition. One moonless night, with my fishing gear in tow, I set out in my boat. The darkness of the water was only surpassed by the inky black sky, adorned with countless stars. The only illumination came from the faint glow of my lantern, casting a gentle ripple of light on the surface of the water. As I cast my line into the tranquil depths, I couldn't help but wonder if the bride's spirit lingered beneath the very waters I fished. The legends spoke of her sorrow, her undying love, and her restless spirit searching for her lost love. I wondered if I would ever have a chance to witness this elusive presence. Hours passed, and the night remained eerily quiet, save for the gentle lapping of the water against my boat. It was when the moon had reached its zenith that I heard it, a mournful, distant sob carried on the wind. Startled, I looked around, but there was no one in sight. The other fishermen's boats were scattered along the expanse of the water, their occupants unaware of the eerie sound that had pierced the silence. My heart quickened as the sobbing grew louder, more distinct, and undeniably haunting. There, her spectral presence filling the air with dread, and the next she was gone, leaving me alone on the dark waters, trembling and in shock. I couldn't comprehend what had just occurred. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the lapping of the water against my boat. My heart raced and my mind was a whirlwind of terror. Had I truly witnessed the bride's vengeful spirit, or had my sanity betrayed me in that horrifying moment? I sat there, shaken to my core. The nightmarish image of the bride burned into my memory. The legends of Bloody Bride Bridge had become an undeniable reality before my eyes, and I was left to grapple with the terrifying truth that they held.